Hey guys, it's me, Vanessa B. Welcome to the fourth episode of the webisodes. I just need to say webisode because episodes are on TV. Anywho, thanks for coming back. And if it's your first time, look at the first three so you know what this is all about, I guess. So I think a lot of stuff went on this week. Um, get the quick stuff out of the way. Oscar nominations were earlier this week, and of course, there weren't a lot of people of color, and that was a big issue. And I mean, I'm always surprised. I don't know why. I'm always like really surprised. Like, seriously, again, because I'm an optimistic and I'm a little naive. Like, I can say that about myself, but I just always hope that it'll be better every year. And last year, I guess they said it was our year with Precious and with Monique winning the Oscar and Gabby being nominated, but then again, like there's no color. I'm talking like Asian, Hispanic, Black. There's no color this year at the Oscars, and I don't know. I was just still surprised. I just hope every year it's different, and some years it's not, but it is what it is. And a lot of people that we've talked to through my job, we just found out people are more like, instead of saying like "woe is me" or "where are the black faces," us as people of color just need to go out there and create the content and create the movies, create the films that our people are buzzing about and that people want to nominate for films. So there you have it. It's more on us now than it is on being mad at them. And I think that's a great way to look at it. Also, what I found really odd was that on The View, Whoopi Goldberg's talking about Oscar noms. And she's like, oh, these 10 films were nominated. And you know what? I feel like these were the best 10 films and they did a good job kind of staying away from the whole race color issue. And I was like, you thought those were the best 10 films when a lot of people said that For Color Girls got snubbed. Now, I didn't say that. I didn't necessarily think it needed to be in there, but for her to be in For Color Girls and not even mention For Color Girls really surprised me. And then it dawned on me, the Oscars are on ABC. The View is on ABC. So I feel like there may have been some censorship there, even if she didn't think it deserved an Oscar nomination, which some people did, even for the whole film or for individuals in the cast or what have you. I think that the color issue, I mean, it's The View. She should have said something, but she didn't. And I think I know why. All right, so those are Oscar noms. What else happened? There had an interview with New Boyz this week. Actually, I think it was yesterday, and they're great kids. They did the "You're a Jerk, You're a Jerk." You should see my feet because they're not jerking at all. And they're really nice guys. They have a new album coming out called Too Cool to Care. And yeah, they're just want you to know that they're more than a dancing group, what have you. They have that song with Ray J, "Popping Bottles in the Club, Yes We Can," that song. And that "Hold You Down" song. So they just want you to know that they're moving on beyond that. And I'm all for any kids that are doing something other than selling drugs and shooting people. So I say good luck to them. We'll see what happens. What else happened? Oh, Nicki Minaj debuted her video "Moment for Life." Everyone was kind of buzzing about it in anticipation of it. Those pictures leaked a couple weeks ago of her and Drake kind of in like this wedding scene. And in true Nicki Minaj fashion, the video is just kind of like, what? She has like a fairy godmother. Roman's been sent away to boarding school or something with Slim Shady. She's really sad and she wants, I don't know, she feels like this is a great moment in her life and she wants it forever. And she has a glass slipper like Cinderella, or maybe it's like a rhinestone diamond encrusted slipper. I don't know, some high heel or something. Basically, she at the end of the movie, I mean, the video, she marries Drake and there's fireworks and blah blah blah. It is what it is. I think every time someone starts to buzz about a video, when it finally does come out, 9 times out of 10 it lands a little flat because there's so much anticipation about the actual video. So I am learning not to be so hype and just take the art for what it is. I would love your opinion. Did you like the Nicki video? Did you like Moment for Life? Tell me if you did. Tell me if you didn't. If you didn't, why didn't you like it? I mean, I respect Nicki. I like what she does. Pink Friday was decent. Um, let's see, talked about Oscars. What else happened this week? Oh, this is really quick. Terry McMillan, author of Waiting to Exhale and Stella Got Her Groove Back and all that good stuff, went off on Twitter talking about how the Smiths are pimping their children, Jada and Willow, and how they're exploiting them and how it's they're basically saying that she thinks it's just incredibly sad that they're so hungry for fame at such an early age. And a lot of people, I guess, went in on her because then she issued this half-ass apology like, well, I'm sorry if you don't agree with me, and I shouldn't have said that they were pimping them, but my opinion still stands. And I can respect her opinion because we all have opinions. Pimp is a serious word, and I don't think they're necessarily exploiting them. They don't need the money, but I just think that when a 8-year-old tells you, "Oh, I want to be an actress. I want to be an actress," it looks like so much fun, but they've grown up in Hollywood, and that's pretty much all they know. Of course, they're gonna want to be an actress because all they see is you get to be on TV. People want to know your name. You get fancy things. They only see the good side, and so I think if you ask any kid if they want to be an actress, they're gonna say yeah, because it looks fun to them at the age of 10. You know what I mean? And so when parents are like, oh no, they want to do this, they love it. Well, of course they do. That's like asking if they want ice cream. They're going to say yes. And so I just don't know. I think you should give children a little more time and give them other things to explore. I think it's great that she can, be creative and explore this side of her talent, but I'm sure there's a trillion other things that she's interested in too. And the school should always be a focus with Willow and with Jaden as well. I think it just needs to be balanced. And I think the kids, they seem like great kids and they don't seem all crazy and like they're going to be strung out on drugs in 5 years, but you never know. Those child stars, it gets a little crazy. So we'll see what happens with them. But I support their movement. I was whipping my hair. And Karate Kid was fantastic. I thought Jaden was amazing in Karate Kid. What do you think? Should you pimp out your kids? Pimp out your kids? I don't think they're pimped. But anyway, okay. So I think the biggest story of this week was Steve Harvey's ex-wife going off on YouTube talking about how first she started with these videos about how how they met and how he was like in love with her and courting her, all these other things. And like she made a series of like 2 or 3 YouTube videos. And then she starts bashing his new wife, saying that she was a homewrecker and how she wrote her this letter talking about how they've been going seeing each other I don't think she wrote the letter to her. I think she just stumbled upon this letter about how they've been dating all this time and how he promised he was going to leave his wife and he still hadn't, and she had an abortion and all this crazy stuff, and how Steve turned her son Winston away from her and how he doesn't want to be around her and how he her from him took him from her and just crazy stuff. So everybody's buzzing about it. Like, do you believe her? Is she a woman scorned? Is she just a bitter black woman? Or is there something more going on? Number one, I believe Steve cheated on her fully. And I think he's admitted it. I think he said that he's cheated on her. 2, I think she still is a little bitter because she's saying that he left her with nothing and like took her son too. But 3, when the courts give a father full custody of a son, like of a son or daughter, or any child, there's usually a reason why. There's usually something up with that mother to where she couldn't care for him or something. There's something more to this story. So we're only getting half of it. Steve issued like a statement saying how basically he was only looking to protect his son and he doesn't know why she would be so malicious and do something like this. And then Steve and I believe his wife Marjorie, the new wife, he's been married 3 times by the way, the new wife are filing suits against the ex-wife saying that they're defamation of character, I believe it is. It's getting ugly, and I think this is only the beginning. I would love to hear what you guys think about Steve Harvey's ex-wife. These videos, they were a little long, and she looked a little crazy in some of them, but I definitely believe some of the things she's saying. I believe that, he'll tell you, he wasn't always the greatest guy. What I don't understand is, and I'm sure you guys out there too, you read his books, and a lot of people read his books, and I'm like, I'm not taking marriage advice from Steve Harvey, who it took 3 times to get it right. Like, I feel like there's other people I can get my advice or knowledge from. Like, I just don't think he's the one. And he starts out as a comedian, but through whatever line chain of events has turned into this, I don't know, relationship guru, and people are listening to him. I just, my personal opinion, I wouldn't listen to anything he had to say. I mean, you've done it 3 times. I'm sure you have a lot to tell people, but who says you're doing it right this time? I mean, 3 marriages, that's a lot. So, whatever. I'm sure he wasn't always the greatest guy. Maybe he is now, but I'll listen to your jokes, Steve Harvey. I'm not taking your relationship advice. I'm doing fine on my own here. Yeah, so I think that was about it this week. Make sure you leave comments down below and subscribe to my YouTube page. It's me, Vanessa B, and my Twitter. I'm Mrs. Vanessa B on Twitter. Tell me your Twitter your tweeter names. Tell me your Twitter names, and I will follow you too. Alrighty, I think that's it. I'm heading out. Peace. Bye, guys.